Step into the spotlight.
Oh my God. Oh man, guys. I'm so like you ever see something or read something and it just makes you like physically ill? That's what happened when I read Iceman #6. Okay? Like it hurt me on the inside. That's how bad this writing was. The art is close behind it, but this writing is awful. And I don't know. I don't understand. Why does Marvel keep hiring these men and women and having them write books that they have no qualifications to write? Like, why would you have this woman on this book about Iceman? Why don't you just have her write Ghost Rider while you're at it, or Punisher, like that one that's writing Punisher right now and run it into the ground? I mean, let's take somebody that's a man's man and let's give it terrible writing, make you cringe so hard that your blood vessels want to explode. I mean, God. Anyway, now that I'm done like throwing up in my mouth, let's talk about this cover here. So, I guess this is the original cover. I'm not sure. This is just the one that came with it. Technically, this is a selfie cover. I mean, let's look at the bottom of the page here. It's got Iceman taking the picture and he's smiling. Everybody else is like going into action and he's sitting there smiling taking the picture. That's a selfie cover. So yet again, we have another selfie cover. But here's the thing though. The guys in the picture are all in their original costumes. So are you taking a selfie picture with like a camera turned around? I mean, I don't know. That was like in the 80s. Did they even have cell phones back then? That's what that picture looks like though. But anyway, now that I'm done being disgusted at the cover, let's move on to the inside. Cena Grace is the writer. She should either be fired or put in a different book. I'm not sure. I mean, this is so awful. I don't know if you could redeem yourself by going to another book. Maybe if she wrote something like The Wasp or some kind of smaller end indie book, she'd be okay, but I don't know. Gwenpool, I don't know. Gwenpool's written at least better than this garbage. Robert Gill's the artist. He's almost as bad as the writer. The colorist is Rochelle Rosenberg. She's just along for the ride. And the letter is Joe Sabino. So the story is Bobby Drake, more widely known as the mutant hero Iceman, formerly of the Champions and the X-Men. In case you didn't understand, they keep banging in your head the last couple issues that he was on the Champions and the X-Men. Now splits his time as a teacher at the Xavier Institute and reserve member of the X-Men. Having spent years in the closet, no, not really. They've never mentioned it once until now. I mean, I think they tried it way back when, but it didn't work out. They just dropped it. Has recently began coming out to the closest to him, or anybody that'll listen. Kind of like when I was watching Supergirl and they talked about her sister being gay for like the entire season and coming out to every single member. And like she went to, I think she went to that Jitters coffee shop and just started telling random employees, "Hey, I don't know if you know this, but my name is so-and-so and I'm gay. And you need to be okay with that." Anyway, so we start out here and it gets cringy right off the bat. He's holding a picture which is a different picture than the cover. It says, "This is criminal," as if we couldn't get crapped on anymore. Seriously, this is blank. And they just blank it out because, you know, they had to curse in every comic book, but they had to cover it up. Maybe it's Black Widow's death that's got you twisted, Bobby, but is this really that big of a deal? And then we cut the next scene, and apparently their old hangout is now a 24/7 fitness. Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been a Planet Fitness. "I thought you were the spirit of vengeance, Blaze. This requires major scorn. Our old champion's headquarters, freaking gym. All of it." And he says, "You're really letting this get to you, huh?" "Because it's whack, Warren." I mean, oh my God, you just said whack. We were local heroes and our building is a fitness franchise. And then, of course, they have to make Hercules like ignorant when he speaks. Bobby is grieving in his way, Angel. To quell mine own pain, I punched rocks. Oh, gosh. We all have our methods, Hercules. And then it says, in case you didn't notice, in the last scene, he's looking at Hercules and Warren, and then he's talking to Blaze as a spirit of vengeance that actually has long hair, like Warren usually does. So there's like, hey, we're going to give Johnny long hair, and we're going to give Warren short hair, just because confusing. And he says, I had it all planned out. We were going to pour one for Black Widow on the roof. I've been keeping a flask of vodka chilling in my bum pocket all day. Are you serious? I mean, even Johnny Blaze is like, no comment. I've been keeping a flask of vodka chilling in my bum pocket all day. Did you hear that record screech? And he says, well, now what? I've got an idea. So they go somewhere a couple hours later. They're in a bar. And the Iceman opens up with a demon, an angel, and a Greek god walk into a bar. And they're like, yeah, we didn't think it was funny either. He says, do you remember the first time you met her? To be close to a warrior upon their death, I am perplexed that my memories fail me. He says, I have no recollection of my first encounter with the Black Widow. Our first fight as champions is as clear as an amber glass of mead with sunlight pouring through. But when did I first meet her? And he's talking about the way times change. You know, when you've known somebody for a long time, sometimes you forget that. It wasn't the first time Nat met me, but I remember the first time I saw her. And see, that could have been an inclination right there as some kind of love triangle was going on with Warren. I don't know. I was getting across the road, and they were there. She and Daredevil made a real good case for rooftop canoodling. Oh, my God. Who says canoodling? Really? A woman? Pretty sure Champions was when I really got to know her. This not remembering business is stressing me out, Bobby. What about you? I'd rather not say. Okay, then be a jerk about it. Does your memory vex you, lad? Yeah, come on, spill. It's embarrassing. We've seen you do gymnastics in ice underwear. It can't be that bad. She catch you on the John? I hate you guys so much. And then Dark Star comes in. She starts making a complaint about flying all the way to Earth and then putting on clothes and getting in a taxi. And the taxi takes a long time because she didn't fly. There, I just saved you 5 minutes of your life. So then they cut to the next scene. They're sitting on the sign there in Hollywood. It says, to Black Widow, to the championship, to the champions, to everything changing for the worse, except for the new champions. That actually is a pretty sick lineup. Oh, my God. Plug much? I need a favor, anything. I've been scared lately about feelings. Oh, my God. Men don't talk like this. I'm becoming attached or detached. Natasha's death barely registers. Am I numb because I've seen so many wars and deaths, or am I shutting down? This is not how men talk. Bobby, I don't want to lose the part of me that's still alive. Please make me laugh. Give me a deep belly laugh. Men don't talk like this. You're putting me on the spot, Flyboy. Pull my finger? Now, men do talk like that. You will die alone for that. You have to tell me about the first time you met Natasha. Wait, look down in the hills. I don't want to talk about my parents. I just want to fly to Los Angeles now with your Miles, Warren. I don't want to talk about when I met Natasha. I just want to drink on my tab, Warren. Deflect much? No, for real, look. Do you see what I see? What? I'm trying to figure out if this is elaborate, lame, play on knock-knock joke, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it just keep on going on. It should have been like, look, what's that down there? And then see something, you know, oh, that's crazy. I mean, drag it on for a little while, don't you freaking idiot? Anyway, so the lady's sitting there messing with this Sentinel. She says, 4 more weeks, tunnel vision, lady. It'll all work out in less than 30 days. Get these bad boys to just walk, and it'll all turn around. No small jobs or side gigs ever again. Just 4 weeks till you get a full-fledged, above-board business. And then somebody says, mm-hmm. And she turns around, and there's Warren and Iceman. We need to have a talk about the Sentinel in the room. They should have said, we need to have a talk about the giant Sentinel in your yard. Oh my God, it's the angel and the Silver Surfer. Stay there. I need to wake up my daughter. And he's like, what? That dude is made of smooth chrome and I'm blocky ice. We look nothing alike. And Warren's like, now's not the time. And then they get to the cringiest part of this page. What you're building is an instrument of hate. Let that sink in. She said, it's not even functional. It's just a movie prop, I swear. And then, let's talk about this book so far. So, pretty much, Iceman has become a sociopath because his friend Natasha dies. They were going to her wake, and he turns it into a date with a guy he just met. Okay? Then he talks his friends into going to the gay bar with him and leaves them there. This is a jerk. And if that didn't register enough for you, then he trespasses onto someone's property, almost assaults them, and destroys their property in the yard. Then you know what he does after he almost hits her with the ice? He says, sorry, we're having a bad day. Plus, there's no exclusive reason to have that garbage in your yard. And just leaves. Are you kidding me? You're a villain. You've turned into a supervillain. You're destroying people's property for no reason because you're upset. That's something a villain does. Not an X-Men, not a former X-Men or former member of the Champions. And she says, this was my best sculpt. Flipping X-Men. Where the heck did they come from? Exactly. So the next day, we get this cringy run-on text. First of all, guys do not text this long of text. Okay? Not even gay guys. You don't understand how to text. You're writing a book. This is an email. This is not a text. But anyway, so Kitty Pryde says, how are you all doing out there, Warren? Okay? And Bobby says, just okay. It's nice to share a suite with brooding Warren. I needed the quiet time. No joke. This trip is so weird. I thought coming to LA would be a breath of fresh air, would maybe bring some peace about Natasha's death. Instead, I'm just reminded of a lifetime of dumb decisions. I can't believe I let Professor Xavier pay to have me come here and pursue accounting. So Professor Xavier is paying for your education? You couldn't go get a loan? My gosh, you're such a millennial. We were all talking last night about the fun we had as champions. Actually, no, you left them there to gay bar, but anyway. But what was it for? I was just a dumb kid that everyone teased. I don't know. I can just tell if I'm any different or still the idiot student who runs around trying stuff on to see what fits. Then they say, maybe a scholastic approach has some value. Get it? Scholastic? Scholastic sales? Get it? Marvel? Get it? Why not try and work towards being Omega level at life? Oh my God. Do you ever wonder if maybe you LA folks are feeding into lines as a weird way to lull you into putting up with traffic? He says to a bunch of random people outside of a store. What are all these people doing? Lord, there's a bunch of them. He says, where I'm from, it's go, go, go. Whatever, man. Beats paying double on eBay. As this guy sits in this lawn chair. So he's sitting there reading this book, and I'm about to tell you about this book, but he says, well, may as well make the most of this time. So he starts reading a book called Born This Gay. Anyway, so then this identically looking gay fellow as him comes up and says, That's some casual reading you got there. Is there a chapter in there called How to Drown Out Your Parents Screaming, or How to Tell Your Straight Guy Friends That This Doesn't Mean You Want to Hook Up with Them? Do I know you? You're getting real personal real fast. So Bobby's a jerk, if you hadn't figured this out. He says, come on, it's LA. We're all fake nice here, unless you're an actor. Or are you reading antiquated books to get into a role? No one says antiquated in general conversation because you look like a douche, which you just looked like. Because you could be one, arms and all, and I'd be an idiot trying to flirt with a straight actor. Does that work? Are you an actor? That's one of the many things I can teach you that a book can't. Yeesh. What? I've never been on the receiving end of my bad pickup lines. Oh, get ready, because you're about to be. I mean, pickup lines, not receiving anything else. Anyway, moving on. Is it working? Let's see if I can get a real insight from you. Judah, Bobby. So then they keep talking. It's going on and on. He tells him, I really want those shoes, but they don't have any more in that size. Maybe I could take you out and you could give me those shoes if I really help you out with this whole dating thing. He says, you need a crash course on stuff, and a bunch of friends are meeting up in West Hollywood tonight to drink at AWOL. I'm sure one sociology-laden evening with me will be worth at least 2 pairs of shoes and book purchases you'll never have to make. How's that for insight? Let me see what my crew's got planned tonight. And then we get this text. Let's read this text, shall we? Drinking in morning canceled. I'm being asked out on a date. This is so surreal, and you all need to be my wing people. Especially you, Flyboy. Please don't say no. I'm terrified. What if this is a trap or something? Text me back ASAP. Oh my God. So he's cutting out on them when they're supposed to be going to a wake. Then we cut to the next scene. Wingman is getting a massage. This lady's in a museum, and she says apologies for some reason. Johnny Blaze is hanging out with Reyes. Isn't that cool? And then Hercules is hitting rocks like he talked about earlier. He says, we're in. Oh, and not to humble brag, but all of my friends are superheroes. Is that okay? Oh, my God. Anyway, so the girl says, a couple more feet. You're going to break your back, lady. Why are you killing yourself all of a sudden? I thought we weren't shooting the sizzle reel until next week. Timetable changed a bit, Daisy. You're heck serious right now. Hella serious right now. Oh, God. So she says, I realize there's an opportunity we can't miss. Maybe it's enough for a new effects house to post a video of real Sentinels walking around to get Hollywood talking. But maybe it's not. So let's talk about this for a second here. So a couple months ago, I can't remember which issue it was of Hulk, which is really She-Hulk, that they renamed Hulk. Do you remember that episode where she's watching that cooking channel and these idiots come up with an idea to poison the cook into turning into a monster for YouTube clicks? Yeah. How did that story work out? Well, if it didn't work out, let's do almost the same story in this book months later. This is almost the same exact story. She's going to make these giant robots, giant Sentinels, I may add, by herself. And she's going to have them walk around and attack X-Men. For clicks. For YouTube clicks. Oh my God. Anyway. So let's take a minute and look in this picture. Do you see any of these Sentinels put together? You see any of them put together? Okay, moving on. So they're at the gay bar now because, they can't possibly mourn their friend Natasha. They have to go to a gay bar. Hercules looks more like the gay guy than the rest of them. And he says, I look good, right? Like, not too basic, not too weird. You look like a generally handsome man. You're fine. Oh, God. Did he really say that? And then Hercules tries to break it up a little bit. He says, relax, young Bobby. You're one of the finest warriors of this realm. These men should bow at your feet and offer themselves in reverence. Now, I thought that was kind of funny. She says, you're making me miss cable dramas with that talk. He said, there's my date. There's Judah. We couldn't tell. Why isn't Johnny here yet? He's dealing with parking. He drives a motorcycle. Did you remember that part? Anyway, so then Judah shows up, hugs him because, you know, they met one time. It says, why the heck are you on time? You said 9. He said, in L.A., that means 10:30. Punctuality is a shocker here. Where are your friends? Drinking, yours, dancing, let's. Oh, my God. Nobody talks like that. He said, comfort zone? Nobody talks like that either. Relax, you got to soak in some of my breezy Kelly vibes. Where's the man of the hour? Making first contact. Oh, God. And then we get this cringy scene of them dancing. I don't really know what's going on. It looks kind of like that painting from, you remember that movie Wedding Crashers where the gay son did that weird painting of Vince Vaughn and he had like the leaf over his groin and he was like doing some kind of weird dancing and he called it like the festival or something. That's what that picture looks like. But anyway, he says, this is my first time dancing with a guy. I'm doing pretty good, right? Yes, you're certified gay now. Oh, God. Do I get a card? Enamel pen. How are you feeling about trying for a first gay kiss? Only one way to find out. Yeah, because, you know, I met you, 4 hours earlier. Oh, my God. Nobody does this. He said, thoughts on kissing men? Net positive. Got to get used to the subway. Nobody says stubway. Also, strange observation. A lot of the girls I've kissed would sort of fall into me. You kissed back hard. I talk a lot when I'm nervous. Yeah, and I cringed a lot when you're nervous too. And so then the guy says, well, you want to leave with me? And I'm like, oh my God, dude, really? This guy's really coming on strong. So then they leave, both groups of friends there. His group of friends at a gay bar when they're supposed to be at a wake, just leaves them. So then we cut to the next scene and we see some sound effects here. She says, attention all mutants. She's doing a video of the Sentinel. All mutants must surrender willingly. Forceful measures will be enforced. And she's making a video. So now she's got 6 Sentinels working. I think that's 6, and there's one flying in the background. And there may be a 7th one behind the word bubble there. You got 7 fully assembled Sentinels working? How did that? Did you fix one and it fixed the rest of them? I don't understand. You didn't. What is going on? So anyway, she says, this looks so good. A random swarm of Sentinels attacking helpless tourists and partygoers on the hunt for mutants. I'm pretty sure she talks like that. And then they smash a car and she says, eep, inflicting a little property damage along the way. Oh, gosh. She says, come on, Iceman. I know you're here somewhere. How long does this guy have to walk around before the X-Men signal goes up? So then one of the Sentinels is going to attack a human, and Iceman jumps and saves him. And then she says, nothing can stop the onslaught of the Sentinels, not even you, Iceman. I was waiting for her villain laugh. Ha, 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 ha. And he says, I have a strong feeling that I'm a match. Natch. I don't know what that means. But backup's on the way. I'm just the only one who doesn't overheat by wearing his costume under the civvies. And speaking of my friends, and then we cut to the next scene, and it's Darkstar and Angel and Hercules and the original Ghost Rider, even though he's hanging out with Robbie Reyes, which was also the Ghost Rider, and there's only one spirit of vengeance. Explain yourselves. Anyway, so he says, champions assemble, champions emerge, champions fight things. We need to sort out a catchphrase. And then they just end it, to be continued. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say, guys. This makes me physically ill. It almost makes me as ill as when I looked at the fan art drawing on the letters page there. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else to say. Iceman is now a villain. He's now a sociopath that goes around using his powers to destroy property, and he doesn't even care that his friend's dead. He went from one, I mean, is he bipolar? He went from being very upset about his friend dying to, I'm going on a date. We got to cancel the wake. And then they draw Johnny Blaze with long hair, which confused me even more because then I thought he was Warren, because Warren always has long hair, which is okay. But, I mean, then he's hanging out with Robbie Reyes, but he's also the Ghost Rider when Robbie Reyes is the Ghost Rider. What's happening? It's like there's no continuity and we're just going to do whatever we want. I mean, he goes to the lady's house and destroys the Sentinel head that she's been working on. And then just says, sorry, we're having a bad day. Are you serious? I don't know, guys. This is some trash reading right here. If I had bought a physical copy, I would throw it on the ground and tear it up. I mean, let's find something here and let's just, I don't know. See, imagine me tearing up the copy right now. That was me tearing up a metaphorical copy of this comic. That's how trashy this is. I mean, this makes me physically ill. Have I said it made me physically ill? It did. Now I understand why Diversity in Comics got so upset about this. And then it's got a freaking selfie cover. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Fire this Grace lady or put her on a different book now. Just take her off of this. Get somebody who knows what they're doing. Better yet, don't even have an Iceman comic because you don't need one. You have the X-Men. Oh my gosh. This is an embarrassment, guys. But that's all I got to talk about. Just let me know what you think about it. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the notifications button. Underground Geek out. You guys have a great day. I'm done.